What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be reacting to Ty's Season 8 Trial of Champions Awards. So I'm going to be making probably my tier list of every card in Season 8. That will probably be out, should be out tomorrow. I reckon today is just going to be this video, and I'm going to be making my top 100 list. I am out for a couple of hours with friends, but honestly, on the half-an-hour bus journey, I will probably have my top 100 list made then. Be ready to record that as soon as I come home. So, NBA 2K21 MyTEAM Season 8 Trial of Champions. So let's see the rewards. Obviously, lads, go sub to Ty. Link to his channel will be in the description. And yeah, let's see. So,
self-explanatory. 7'6", can do what he does. Taco 4, 7'5", little longer wingspan, no hot spots, and then we get Bobo, 7'2".
Bobo's cheesier.
Just absolutely.
Bobo's the cheesiest.
Probably one of the top 3 cards in the game, I would say.
I personally think Bobo's the cheesiest.
Down to it, guys, you could really go anywhere with here. I do think Yao is more cheesy than Taco when comparing them side by side with both gens. I do think on current gen, Yao is a big step up. Now Bobo,
next gen, Taco's better.
Ridiculous on either gen. Like, he is just
Bobo's the cheesiest.
Ridiculous. When it comes down to the cheesiest card,
okay, I'm fine with that.
2K21 MyTEAM.
I'm fine with that.
I personally think it is Yao, meaning Invincible. Now, there are some players like Taco that can battle Yao, but Yao is just the best right now as far as it is concerned. The defensive player of the year, our first card is Giannis.
Player of the season.
Small forward, power forward. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Really?
All 99, everything. Giannis, you know what he is going to do on the defense.
I would have gone for Yao over
Taco
Giannis, honestly, a power forward.
8'2" wingspan, so that's why you do see him over Yao Ming. Now, Taco's going to be a lot better defensively on current gen than
he can't play defense on next gen. He is a liability on defense on next gen. It's AK is the answer in my opinion. AK is the answer, although he's actually not the answer. Cliff Robinson should win this award.
Compared to next gen. Then we do see AK-47.
He can. Taco can't play defense in next gen. Cliff Robinson's the best defender in the game.
Now for AK, the thing I do like about him is you can put him on ball. He can guard the 2. Either way, he is going to beat people up. The defensive player of the year is Taco 4.
He's a literal defensive liability on next gen. He is a huge liability. No, he shouldn't even have been nominated. He should not have even been nominated, lads. Oh, lads, he should not even have been nominated. Oh, that's, yeah, you can argue him better on current gen. He's a hopeless defender on next gen.
He can guard the 2. Either way, he is going to beat people up. The defensive player of the year is Taco.
You even said it that he's bad on next gen.
Player of the season, 7'5", 8'2" wingspan.
Can't
if
move.
You have Taco, you know his presence.
Can't move without the ball.
Defensive end. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
If you watch my video, you've been watching my videos where anytime I go against Taco, I'm like, oh, unbelievable. They put Taco on the floor. Let me just run by Taco. I had 37 on Taco with freaking Sabonis just running around him.
You truly cannot overstate that. Most overrated player in Season 8. We're going to start off with Antoine Jameson. I get it. He's got the Dante XM base. And then
no, he's so good. D-Robs, no, you've gone too far right here. Kevin Durant, I mean, you could definitely maybe argue Kevin Durant because I'm trying to think how you could argue Kevin Durant because there's a better Kevin. Well, there's a basically as good Kevin Durant. There's a basically as good Kevin Durant. So I'm just trying to see. Look at updates. Who should be in the overrated category? I mean, you know what? I think you might be right with that one. LaMelo. LaMelo's more overrated than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's better than LaMelo and around the same price. I think who else is overrated? Freaking Penny Hardaway, maybe?
Majority of you guys watching this video absolutely swear by that base, but to me,
he's so good.
It's a fine
he's
base,
just 6'8" Luka.
One of the most overrated cards in the game.
He's just 6'8"
David
Luka.
Robinson, a card that came out on current.
He's so good.
Saying he is the best center in the game.
So good.
For me, I don't even think he's a top 3 or 4 center.
He's so good.
He's so massively overrated.
He's so good.
Connection Haven't really got the chance to
He's
use this
so
card.
good on
Current
both
gen,
gens.
Definitely one of the most overrated. Then Kevin Durant. Any Kevin Durant card with a very quick release is the most overrated. Now,
So chicken on next gen.
Overrated. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, Ty,
So
here's
chicken.
the deal. I agree with Kevin Durant on very quick. That's fine. If you do, credit to you because you're incredible. I haven't played a guy in tournaments, in unlimited, in any type of setting that's green with the Invincible or Team USA Kevin Durant consistently. So for me, when it comes down to the most...
Fair enough. You know what? The other two don't belong. Jameson and D-Rob do not belong.
Him and the two Team USA KD in the game. The most underrated card in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM, and I'm going to...
This card, we all know how great this card is. You know what? I'm going to... Brandon Ingram, you might be on there. For me, it's Cliff. Cliff over E, and it's not even close. Cliff over E. But you know what? Who wants to say E? For me, Weber. Weber deserves a spot on this list. Chris Weber is insane. Who else deserves a spot? I'll go out on a limb and just say Weber. Weber probably deserves to win this award, but if you want to give it to Ingram, that's fine.
Spend a while talking about this. Brandon Ingram is our first card.
He's very good. Weber should be one.
He's not the best, but he's a card that doesn't get talked about enough. Now, is he worth the price? No, but for his, for him and how much he's talked about, he's very good. Brandon Ingram's a card with the Penny Hardaway type base, moves well at 6'9". Our first Ingram at 6'9". You just can't really...
You freaking Obi Toppin.
Say enough how good that Brandon Ingram card
Danny
is.
Avdia.
Team USA LeBron. Everybody knows he's good. Everybody doesn't know how good Team USA
He's literally the same as the
That's
Invincible.
the problem. Like, he's good. He's expensive. But he's one of the best shooting guard small forwards in the game. He's a top 3 card you can play at either of those positions. And in my opinion, that's why he's underrated. There's people that are going to say, well, Ty, Hedo is better than Bron at the 3. No, he's not. There's going to be so many people talking like that, and that's not the case. LeBron James...
He does best, the best, maybe best one in the game.
And I cannot overstate how good he is.
He's okay.
He's Yalen up last.
He's okay.
As far as a nomination. Just a card that got released and was kind of overshadowed by the out of position 3 set. 7 feet tall shooting guard.
So much better.
Game. Do I use Yalen a lot? No. Do I use him at all? No. But when I play with him, I had a decent amount of success. Has the same base of Jonathan Isaac. I think it is jump shot 70 if I do remember right, which is just fine. But when it comes down to it, guys, LeBron James, the most underrated. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this because everybody's going to be like, LeBron James is already
We all know how good he is.
He is hyped up.
Weber.
But not enough.
Weber.
This LeBron James is probably a top 10 card in the game.
Yeah, we know that.
He is that elite.
No one's arguing that, though.
Comes to the token reward. I mean,
Gervin.
We're getting to the point with the token rewards. What are we
Gervin,
doing?
2 of these 3
George
suck.
Gervin. Is he worth it? Absolutely not for 1,000 tokens, but I guess he's at least usable. Wally Zerbiak was just terrible.
I mean just give
Wally World is just awful, and then
give the token reward to the blinders and range extender pack.
Johnson is 6'1".
Simple.
So who do you want me to pick, right? You could make the case Kevin Johnson's the best because I mean he's cheap and none of these guys are really good.
The fact that Kevin Johnson is 150 tokens and these guys are 1,000. No,
I have to go with the only usable option here.
They're all bad. Give it to the freaking blinders and range extender pack.
Worth the tokens? No, but he is at least usable in the game. If you're a big George Gervin fan, I guess you can make the case. Budget MVP. Now, what is the term budget? What does that mean? These are all cards under 10,000.
This guy in the middle. If you're on current gen, probably Darius. Clyde if you're on next. But Dino Raja over Anthony Davis, 10 times out of 10. And there are way better budget cards than these. Well, there's Dino over AD. You know what? Clyde and Darius Miles. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you those 3. I also would put Cliff in there. Cliff would be... I wouldn't even have Dino in there. I would have Clyde, Cliff, Darius Miles. Although they're all 3 are 2 guards. So I should say Cliff, Miles, Dino. That'll be my 3.
We're going to start off with Clyde Drexler.
I like Clyde. He's so good on next gen.
People on next gen, a.k.a. DBG, that thinks the Jump Shot 5 is one of the best releases. If not...
Hey, like, literally, go watch Jesser. Go watch his videos. If Jesser's greening every shot with Clyde Drexler, I mean, that release has got to be good.
Not the best release in the game. Clyde's got it. On current gen, still a solid enough release. Darius Miles, telling you guys, if we would have got Darius Miles a little bit earlier, he would be so good. And he's still so good. It's just
unbelievable.
Like he can't really run in the best type of settings. But if you are looking for a point guard under 10,000 MT, he's definitely the guy I would recommend. And Anthony Davis. LeBron,
Cliff Robinson's better in every way.
Team USA, not much of a difference.
Cliff Robinson better
matter,
every
A
way.
Disney compared to this A Disney, not much of a difference. Offensively, at least. Defensively, he leaves a little bit desired. I think he does have that 85
Cliff's better.
quickness, which
Cliff's
does
better.
hurt him that little bit. But for me, this was a runaway. Darius Miles, for his specific price, is a card.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm not going to argue that.
I would recommend each and every one of you guys pick up Mr. Inconsistent. Now, you don't see Kevin Durant on here, and I'm going to tell you why. For Kevin Durant, there's no inconsistency with the two cards. He can't shoot. It's not inconsistent. It's like I green some, don't green some. With that Kevin Durant, he just can't green. There's no inconsistency there.
Tyus hates Paul George.
The reason he is on here is because with prior Paul George cards, I couldn't stand them. I never liked prior Paul George cards. The Diamond I used a little bit, but I wasn't a massive fan of him. The Invincible PG-13, I get it. He's an Indiana Pacer, so he's number 24. But Paul George, the Invincible card, is so elite. He's so good. I actually green a lot with him, and I haven't been that inconsistent with this card. It's just Paul George in general. I'm sometimes super high on him, sometimes super low on him. That's why he's inconsistent. LaMelo Ball, he's a card when he came out, everybody's like, man, LaMelo Ball is a top point guard in the game.
LaMelo's
Time
fine.
went on. He kind of faded out. Nobody
He's fine.
uses LaMelo anymore. But I have gotten dropped off by LaMelo before. I can't say I've used LaMelo that much. I've just gotten dropped off by him before.
I've never played against LaMelo.
Sometimes when people use him, he just is in a box.
The Diamond LaMelo is...
So
I've used him a lot. Never used this LaMelo.
Last but not least, Luka Doncic. If you watch any of my No Money Spent Squad series, you know exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes I will hype Luka Doncic up as the best point guard in the game, and other times
way better
I
in next gen than current gen.
Don't
give it to Luka.
When you're looking
don't give it to Luka.
For me personally,
Anyone but Luka.
The XM base, I'm inconsistent with that. And to add on to that, Luka Doncic is only 6'7" with the 6'8" wingspan. That doesn't fit my playstyle. So unless Luka Doncic is getting me a bucket on every single possession, he's not really worth me playing. But sometimes he can really light up the scoreboard. So when it comes to give me Luka Doncic as the most inconsistent player that we did see.
Kidding me!
8 of NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. The auctionable MVP between Yao Ming, who I got one for 750,000 MT today. I think maybe
it's Yao.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
stinks on next gen.
400K maybe for Kareem, and then Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is pretty pricey.
Stinks in comparison to like D-Rob.
So we're gonna break it down. Yao, what's more is there to say? He does have set shot 8, which a lot of people don't like. I don't really hate that release that much. Kareem
yes, you do. You slayed it on Boogie.
275 wingspan. I love Kareem. Kareem will always have a special place in my heart. And then we do see the Giannis Antetokounmpo that obviously does have that very quick release, which on current gen hurts him a little bit. But still, Giannis is going to do Giannis things. This was a blowout, and it shouldn't have been because Kareem is so elite, but it's a blowout.
Kareem shouldn't be in the top 3.
The best card we saw in Season 8, and probably the best card of Season 8. Obviously, we did see the Spotlight Sim Gauntlet set, which really kind of revamped the game. I'm glad 2K did indeed drop
Unpopular opinion, James Wiseman.
We're going to talk about probably a top 2 or 3 power forward.
Unpopular opinion, James Wiseman.
Guy that you can run at that power forward position. I actually just grinded him on my Xbox account because I got a tournament to play.
Unpopular opinion, James Wiseman.
By the time this video is released, you guys, I might be streaming on Twitch, so make sure to go check that out in the description. Cam Reddish, also one of my favorite shooting guards, if not my favorite shooting guard in the game. And again, if you watch the No Money Spent Squad series, you know what my Cam Reddish does get into. And then Taco Fall, I mean, is it really a question? He's the card we grinded for. So when it comes down to it, he is the
I'm not going to disagree, but I mean, Wiseman's pretty good.
Of Season 8. So originally we used to do the all Ruby and
Denny over Dorian Finney-Smith. Push Thad Young up 1, push Manute Bol up 1, push Denny Avdia at point guard, Obi Toppin to 2. Other than that, though, pretty perfect.
Diamond team, but we don't even get those cards anymore. We're in Season 8. We're in the middle of July. So starting with the all pink Diamond team, Obi Toppin, basically a great value Penny Hardaway. It's really what he is. He's okay, right? But he's not the top card in the game. But for a pink diamond card, definitely going to hold it down. I couldn't make this without putting Manute Bol in here. If he fits your play style, you're going to love the card, okay? Would I ever run a Manute Bol? No, but that's just because I'm not really.
I do run Manute Bol.
DBG, I'm pretty sure, still runs Manute Bol. The dude's 7'8".
He's my small forward.
I mean, what do you want me to say bad about the card? Thad Young up next, base 98. literally is chicken.
Play him
Thad
at the
Young
4.
is literally chicken.
Then get Denny
Decent enough
Avdia
going
there.
to the rim and attacking the rim as well. He does leave a little bit to be desired on the defensive end. Last but not least, we got 2 more guys here. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jason Tatum base. I know DFS though, if he's watching this video, will be happy that he is included in this all pink diamond team.
Good, but he's not Denny.
He's a card I could throw out there and be comfortable with. Marvin Bagley III. Honestly, a card I have not used, but I've always historically liked Marvin Bagley in 2K. Last year with my
and he moves so nice on next gen.
He was the amethyst that I absolutely
He's really
love.
good.
So that is
really good.
The all pink diamond team. We're moving on to the all opal team. Jalen Rose, Darius Miles, starring the backcourt, both out of position 4 players that.
I would, you know what I would do? Since Kevin Love is only 6'10 and Anthony Davis is only 6'10, move Anthony Davis to the 4 and start Cliff Robinson, who's 6'10 at the 5. Cliff, there is no world where Kevin Love is better than Cliff Robinson. And if you can get like Cliff is 6'10, I get it, he can play at the 2, but he's also 6'10. Get Kevin Love out of there, get Cliff Robinson in, and then other than that, yeah, you know what? Pretty perfect.
Both belong on the squad. Now, I wish I could run Darius Miles at the 1, Jalen Rose at the 2, but because Jalen Rose's secondary position is small forward, this is the way it has to be made up.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
2 and Jalen Rose to the 3, but I don't think that is.
I didn't notice
Clyde
that.
at the 3, obviously we've talked about Clyde already. I'm a big fan of him, especially if you're on next gen with that jump shot 5. Kevin Love at the 4, stretch big, not going to be great defensively, but still is a good all-around card. And A. Disney at the 5 was a no-brainer. Miles, Rose, Clyde, AD were no-brainers. K-Love was a card that obviously offensively, that's the reason he's
no Cliff over Love. Cliff over Love.
Moving on to the all dark matter team in NBA 2K21. Started off with Andre Kirilenko, the best defensive
going no
guard
Invincibles
in the game. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, Ty,
how is Cam over Hito Turkoglu?
where's my man's Hedo Turkoglu at? Give me AK every day of the week, still to this day, over the Hedo.
Fine, but give me Hito over Cam Reddish.
Turkoglu card. Cam Reddish, original owner, is my favorite shooting guard currently in the game. If you want a reason for it, just watch my No Money Spent Squad series. The dude does it all. Brian at the 3 is one of my. He's the guy I'm
not going to disagree with that.
Games right now at my small forward position.
I'm not going to disagree with any of them.
It's just the way it is.
Except Hito needs to be there.
Game, I want the LeBron James out there, no matter what. James Wiseman at the power forward position, another guy that I am in love with. Okay, if you're gonna grind one challenge,
Wiseman's so good.
The Gauntlet Spotlight Sims. If you are on next gen, that James Wiseman.
I love how Ty's opinion just flipped so much on James Wiseman because he's not that different than the Opal. And he hated the Opal.
The challenge is so easy. I literally grinded on Xbox today on Next Gen in one game. Took me about 5 minutes to
Next
get a
Gen's
top
so
5
easy
Dark
with that
Matter
card.
in Season 8. And then Embiid at the 5 is a card that a lot of people overlook because of the centers we have in the game.
Embiid's
and I don't
good.
necessarily hate it, right? Because with the Kareems, with the Yaws, with the whoever else, the new Wilt, the new Shaq that we have, it's easy to overlook a guy like Joel Embiid,
Embiid's
but he
good.
does
Embiid's
have a
really
smooth
good.
release and is a top big in the game. Moving on to our all-invincible team. Started it off with Blake Griffin here at the 1. Look, what more is there to say? 6'10", 6'11", wingspan. Player build is incredible. Current gen has an absolutely fantastic release. Card that's going to be a lot better on current gen and next gen, but on current gen,
pretty good on next as well, though.
Point guards currently in the game. Paul George, very, very similar to Cam Reddish. It's really preference between those two.
I would go.
Now, before this,
if we're talking next gen, I would have Tracy McGrady in at the 2 and a Paul George at the 1. But these 3 guys, doesn't matter what gen you're on, these 3 belong.
Paul George card, I would have said do not pick up Paul George under any circumstance. But this Paul George, there's just something about him that's different that I am a massive fan of. Boba at the 3, Yao at the 4, Taco at the 5. Those are basically shooters. Yeah. They're the easiest cards that you guys can think of. It's just the way it is. Literally,
you can't argue over any of them.
Easy to come up with. Now, when you go back, guys, Bobo obviously should have been in the non-auctionable MVP race. Maybe over Wiseman, maybe over Reddish.
He's technically auctionable.
I wasn't really thinking, but the big thing is Bobo's a top 3 card.
Bobo's better than Taco, by the way.
You can arrange them in whatever order you want, but those 3 have to be in there. So, obviously, Giannis didn't make this lineup. Kareem didn't make this lineup. Shaq did not make this lineup.
Yeah, because you can't get rid of any of those 3.
Best of the best. I know a lot of you guys are going to think Luka Doncic deserved a spot, and that's fine.
Oh, yeah, Luka's better than Blake.
To have your own opinions. But let me know who would make your all-invincible team of just...
Probably T-Mac. Keep Paul George in. But yeah. Outside of him saying Luka was the Mr. Inconsistent and not having Cliff on any of his squads, having freaking Kevin Love over Cliff. Other than that, though, not too bad. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Go sub to Ty. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.